Good day, everyone, especially to our TLE subject teacher, Mrs. Arlene Kaluoy. Good day, ma'am. So, for number one, how do cultural differences shape the balance between parental authority and adolescent autonomy? And what challenges arise when these values clash in modern, globalized societies? So, my answer is different cultures have different ideas about how much freedom teenagers should have and how much parents should control their lives. In some cultures, like in many Asian, African, or Latin American families, parents often make big decisions for their children, like what school to attend or who they can date. This shows strong parental authority as families' rules and traditions comes first. In other cultures, like in many Western countries like the US or Canada, teenagers are often encouraged to make their own choices early on. They are taught to be independent and can speak up for themselves. Now, in today's world where people from different cultures live together, or as what we call as globalization, these values can clash. For example, a teenager born in the US but raised by immigrant Filipino parents might want to choose her own college major like art. But her parents may expect her to become a doctor because it is seen as more stable and respectful back home. This can lead to arguments, stress, or even kids feeling torn between respecting their family and being true to themselves. And when these values clash, teens may feel misunderstood and parents may feel disrespected. So, the real challenge is finding a balance and respecting family values while also letting themselves grow into confident adults who can think for themselves. Next, we have question number 2. How does the concept of pakikisama or social harmony influence decision making within Filipino marriages, and what impact does this have on individual autonomy and conflict resolution? So, my answer is pakikisama means getting along with others and keeping harmony in relationships. In Filipino marriages, this value often means couples try their best to avoid conflict and make decisions together that keep the peace. Because of pakikisama, one or both partners might set aside their personal wants to please the other or keep family happy. For example, a wife might agree to live with her in-laws even if she prefers a private home, just to show respect and keep peace. Or a husband might not speak up about work stress or financial stress so he doesn't worry his wife. While this helps reduce arguments and strengthens family unity, it can also make it hard for people to express true feelings or stand up for their needs. Over time, unspoken problems may grow. Also, in conflict resolution, instead of arguing directly, many couples talk through a trusted relative or stay quiet to give space. So, pakikisama is still valuable, but it works best when combined with open communication, especially when both partners listen and speak up kindly. They surely can keep harmony without losing themselves, and that's how love grows, not just in peace, but in trust too. The next, we have the question number 3. How do single parents in the Philippines navigate the dual roles of provider and caregiver, and what support systems, formal or informal, are most critical to their well-being and their children's development? My answer is being a single parent, especially here in the Philippines, is not easy, especially in today's economy. Most single parents have to work hard to earn money or be a provider while also taking care of their children at home or being a caregiver. This means they often juggle long work hours, house chores, and parenting all by themselves. And to manage this, many rely on support from family, especially grandparents, who help watch the kids or cook meals. This is one of the most important informal supports. Some also get help from close relatives or neighbors, forming what's called barkada or support circles. For example, a single mom working as a nurse might leave her child without her mother during the day, or a father working two jobs may depend on his sister to pick up his child from school. We also have the formal support like government programs such as Pantawid Pamilya or scholarships for children or low-cost daycare centers also helps. Non-government organizations and churches also sometimes give food aid, school supplies, or counseling too. We have here in the Philippines the Department of Social Welfare and Development also have a program for solo parents, which is the Strengthening Opportunities for Lone Parents Program or Program Solo. It is a program to train and support single parents in their effort to raise children on their own, which also includes parent-child intervention and psychological and emotional support for the single parents. Next, the fourth question, we have how do cultural expectations and socioeconomic factors in the Philippines shape a woman's preparation for motherhood, and what gaps exist in support systems for those who do not fit traditional norms, such as single mothers and working mothers? Here's my answer. In the Philippines, culture and money play a big role in how women prepare for motherhood. Traditionally, many people expect women to become wives and mothers. From a young age, girls often learn cooking, cleaning, and caregiving, which is seen as readying them for family life. When a woman gets pregnant, especially if married, family and church usually offer help, giving baby clothes, sharing advice on breastfeeding or parenting. But not all mothers fit this ideal. Many women today are single or works full-time. These moms often face judgment like she shouldn't be working or she's alone because she made bad choices, even though they're doing their best. Now, the support in the Philippines often assumes every mother is married and has family around, when women don't fit that mold like single moms, teen moms, or LGBTQ plus parents, they're left out. What's needed is more understanding that every mother is different. Policies that protect all families, not just married ones, and real access to childcare, counseling, and jobs that respect parenthood without punishing it. Now, for the fifth and last question, how do Filipino parents adapt their communication styles as children transition from early childhood to adolescence? And what role does hiya or shame, or utang na loob, or debt of gratitude play in shaping parent-child dialogue? My answer is, as children grow from young kids into teenagers, Filipino parents often change how they talk to them, but not always completely. In early childhood, our parents might be more direct, like do your homework, go to sleep, or eat your food. But as we get older and start thinking more for ourselves, communication should be more two-way. However, many parents still rely on authority and reminders about hiya or utang na loob, which can make it hard for teens to speak openly. Parents might say things like, pagchichismisan ka ng mga tao, or pinapahiya mo ang pamilya natin, when a teen does something they don't like. For example, if a child wants to date early, the parent may react with, "Huwag mo kaming ipahiya," which can make the teen feel guilty or scared to speak up. Moreover, in the context of utang na loob, parents might remind their children like, "Marami akong sinakripisyo para sa'yo." For example, if a teen wants to choose a different career than what their parent wants, the parent might respond with, "Matapos ng lahat ng nagawa ko para sa'yo?" This will make the child feel deep responsibility and sometimes pressure to obey even if they disagree. These values can help teach respect and responsibility, but when overused, they can stop honest talks between parents and teens. Teens might stay quiet just to avoid shame or guilt instead of sharing real feelings. So, we should always remember that open communication grows best when love is shown, not just through sacrifice or fear of shame, but through listening without judgment too. So, that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Bye-bye!